Yeah, we are on the road again. We're starting our trip back to the Netherlands. It's such nasty weather here that yeah, now it's a little bit less, but that I'll start my trip a bit more earlier. But yeah, it was very nice here. So yeah. Doei, doei, bedankt. Yeah, it was very nice to meet back up with Rene and Sharon, also to meet Jolien and Raanan for the first time. So yeah, a lot of fun, but very bad weather here. It's the code red in this area, about 100 millimeters of water in 8 hours. So this is the same region that had floodings in the Valencia area a while back. So yeah, I'm very curious to see if I can pass the river down below if the bridge is not flooded. But yeah, let's see. The river did flood the bridge, so we couldn't go that way, and but we are still able to get out because yeah, we could take the turn, but way back when there was the floodings in this area, you couldn't even I have to throw my trash out. You couldn't even take that corner, so yeah, I'm still happy we could do that. I also didn't film, really didn't film yesterday, so just 2 clips, and I will
rechts afslaan.
put them in because they're yeah, it's quite nice to see Rene and Raanan play the hang drum. So yeah, that's cool. It was a lot of fun being here with those guys.
Ja, die kant is niet spannend, het is deze kant.
we started our trip towards the Netherlands 2 days earlier than planned, because I had planned to leave for the Netherlands like on Friday, and today it's Wednesday. But with the weather not clearing up at the other location before Saturday, yeah, that was no use of. We had a lot of fun yesterday, and this morning had coffee and cake together, and yeah, it's more sensible for me to just start heading back today instead of Friday, so I have 2 extra days to travel, so I don't have to make that long of a day traveling, and or even arrive in the Netherlands a day earlier. So yeah, let's see. But yeah, I don't know. I put a destination in my sat nav, I believe, camper spot on the French side already, so over the Pyrenees. I'm gonna cross the Pyrenees on the highway. I saw already a few passes are blocked due to snow, so yeah, stay on the highway and cross over the Pyrenees there. Yeah, let's just see. I want to fill up with gas in Spain, so I got a destination not that far from the border where I can fill up for €1.08, I believe. So I want to do that, and I think about getting my jerry can from the back to fill that up too. So might even not have to fill up in France, because that will be the most expensive along the road. But yeah, I'll check prices later, and but just see where it is. It would be a 6-hour drive to that camper spot in France, and I do have to stop to fill up, and I have to stop to stretch your legs and let Bo out for a walk. So probably at least an hour later that we will arrive if we continue driving there. So that would be around 7. Now it's not really a problem, because I don't mind arriving in the dark. It's an official spot on the side of a town, so there will probably be easy parking, so it doesn't really matter. But just let's see how I feel after driving all day. With weather like this, if it stays like that, I don't mind to just drive, because you can't really do much else. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, it looks like we're heading in the right direction, because to the left the mountains are really in the black clouds. A bit to the front there it's still dark clouds with a little bit lighter than to the left. And if we look to the right, there it's clearing up a bit, especially after that next mountain range. So yeah, and that's the direction we should be heading, I think. So yeah, let's hope that it gets better. It makes for a better view. This side of the mountain top, it's looking a whole bit more friendlier, especially when I look a bit to the left. There's even blue sky, so yeah. Let's see. While we're driving in the mountains and going down the mountain again on the highway, I would like to answer a question that has been asked already a while back in under one of the videos about driving the van in the mountains. And I'll do that in 2 parts, because it makes a huge difference if you are on the highway like now, or if you are not on the highway. It's not a definitive answer either, so it depends on how much the inclination or the inclination is, how the percentage up or down the hill, depending on your vehicle, the weight of your vehicle, your gear ratios, etc. But I'm just going to tell you what I do with my van. So, and you can check that with your van or adjust that or whatever. So like now, like going downhill, I just don't touch the brake, don't touch the gas. I let it roll in the 5th gear, and when it's mostly in Spain, it's 5-6% down and up on the highways. So then it's perfect. Like now it stays just under 100 kilometers an hour till we reach the bottom, and you see the speed dropping. So then I just like now I start giving a little bit of gas, but that's the way how I do downhill on the highway. Going uphill on the highway, it depends. Of course, always keep an eye on the speed limit, but if there is no speed limit, or if the speed limit is like 90 to 100, I always try to speed up a bit before going up a mountain, and making sure that I'm in the 5th gear at least 2500 revs, or a little bit over that. When I do that, this fan with my engine and my weight of the fan and everything continues uphill like at a good 90 kilometers an hour. So that's nice, but sometimes you can't do that because there is like a speed limit of 80 before you go up the mountains, or it's too busy in traffic or whatever. Then when I cannot reach that 2,500 revs going up a mountain, then it's going to be a little bit slower because the speed is going to drop going up the mountain. I seldom in the especially in Spain, I have to go back to the 4th gear. It happens sometime when it's really a long mountain, like 5 or 6 kilometers going up, and not being able to speed up before the mountain. And it might be that I have to drop when I drop like under 1700 revs, then I don't I go back to the 4th gear and then just stay around 70 going up. But that depends a bit on the situation. So but with this van and my engine, this vehicle, it's fairly easy doing mountains on the highway. It's like going down, I just don't touch anything, no brakes, no gas, that's easy. And going up, when I can speed up a little bit before the mountain, it's just staying at that 2,500, just over 2,500 revs, and it's probably, and like this is only a small inclination, I can just speed up during the climb, so that's no problem either. So this van is fairly easy driving highway mountains. Then we go to the not highway mountains. That also depends hugely on the percentage, because it can go up to over 10. I even had mountains about 13%. Then it's a bit steeper, and all depending on your vehicle, your gear ratio, the engine, and what kind of road is it? Is it a wide road? Is it a narrow road? Is it sharp corners? Is it just flowing corners? But if it's really steep, it's mostly narrow roads and very sharp corners, even like hairpin twists. So I like to be on a road like that in my 3rd gear, because then I can just accelerate going down. It brakes on the engine, so I don't have to brake that much. I like my 3rd gear going up, and because it's narrow roads and sharp corners, you don't want to go too fast either. So 3rd gear gives me like 50-60 kilometers an hour of an easy drive, and that's when it's just very narrow roads, it's perfect in the mountains. Always expect there to be another car around the next corner. So if you cannot see in the corner, don't cut corners, because the other way is, especially when you go uphill or downhill also, but especially if you go uphill, probably a car coming way faster than you are going uphill from the other side. So don't cut corners, stay on your side of the road. A question asked a lot is brakes overheating. Brakes do overheat when you keep your foot on the brake. Don't keep your foot on the brake. Braking short and a bit more hefty, if you like it that way, is easier on the brakes than just keeping your foot on the brake and have a continuous small amount of force on it, because that's gonna heat your brakes up. So yeah, I always say try not to brake when you don't have to. Don't make sure you're in the right gear, so you don't speed up that much and you don't have to brake that much. So, and then it's mostly just before a corner, brake, let go of the brake going into the corner, so make sure you've got the right speed before you enter the corner, because especially when you cannot see what's around the corner, because there could easily be something on the road or another car coming or a bike or whatever. So always expect that driving in the mountains. So yeah, this is how I do it, and I hope it's been answering your question for the one asking the question. And if it was useful to you or to anyone else, just let me know. It's always nice to hear. If you have another question, put them in the comments. I always try to answer questions, and so I hope it was useful, and let's continue this trip. And while we're getting closer to Valencia, where we'll be going around, I'll see we just went through the 248,000 kilometers. So I drove over 40,000 kilometers with it myself now. And I'm still as happy with my decision to buy this van with this engine as I was the first day. So 248,000 kilometers. Yeah, and we left this morning with 8 degrees outside, and now temperature has been rising to 17, 16 and a half, something like that. And I noticed that I had to turn down the heater a bit. It's getting warmer. Yeah, we just left the coastal highway, the Mediterrano, and now we are heading definitely for the inland. We are heading for Teruel and Zaragoza. So leaving the Mediterranean side of Spain, heading to inland towards the Pyrenees. Just stop to make a pee, and let's see if we can go out for a minute and have a coffee and or a sandwich or something. So before we move on. It's very nice. 2 cups of coffee and tortilla patatas, or Spanish omelet with potato. So very nice. And now onwards again. For the first time during our journey back north, we are over 1,000 meters altitude, and I'm very curious to see at what height we're gonna get. There's also the sign 1,000 meters. At what height we're gonna see the first snow, because I think we're gonna see that today or this morning, depending on how far we continue. But when we get close to the Pyrenees, I think we're going to see the first snow. So with this altitude also you see the temperature dropping, so it's 6 degrees outside now, and I turned up the heater inside a bit. The signs for ski resorts and little ski towns with ski pistes all along the road now, and just to the right I could see through the closest mountains bit further back and there is the first snow. So yeah, I can see them now over the bushes to the right. I can't turn you guys that far that way. Sorry, but yeah, the first snow. If it shows up at the video, but the mountain like in the middle, just there, and not going behind the bushes, has snow on it. So yeah, but I think it's too far out for the video. What it looks like when you're up in those clouds. The whole time we're between the 1,000 and the 1,100 meters, and yeah, you should be descending a bit towards Zaragoza. It's about 70 kilometers before Zaragoza, and the temperature dropped to 3 degrees, so yeah. We're at Zaragoza now, and we're turning around Zaragoza, so we're heading for the town called Huesca. Yeah, you see that on the sign here, under Barcelona, Huesca. So yeah, well, we will fill up one more time in Spain before crossing over the Pyrenees, and yeah, let's see if we pick the camper place in Huesca, because there's also a camper place, or continue a bit further to the one I sought out first. Just let's see what the weather does and how late it is. A big difference in roads between the Spanish provinces. We're now in the Provincia de Huesca. Same name as the town we're going to fill up in, and this is perfect highway, and the one we came from was, I believe, Provincia de Zaragoza. That was all shaky and not really potholes, but yeah, it was a very dear highway. We are gonna check out the camper spot here in Huesca, and if it's not what we expect, we drive on, but yeah, it's very close, so let's check it out. We stayed in Huesca, now making some dinner, so yeah, the pot is on. See if we can light by with tomato, piece of beef, 2 eggs and a few slices of bread. It's going in. Yeah, it is done. So I'm gonna have my dinner now, and this was first day of our trip back. There's Bo. Buon appétit.